I forgot who had said that at some point, but I thought that was hilarious.
I think it's Keelan. It was probably Keelan.
It was probably me. I'm procrastinate for everything. But we are live now. Woohoo! Okay. Who's ready for some Spill or Quill?
I'm excited. I've only seen one of these, and so I forgot exactly because it's been a while. I don't know how the format.
Who's ready for some Spill or Quill?
I'm excited.
I'm playing some.
So I forgot exactly because it's been a while. I don't know how the format.
Ready for some Spill or Quill? Is that me?
Yeah. I'm not playing it.
I'm not playing it.
Mine.
Oh, it was also me. I thought I'd muted it.
I think I have it going on my phone, but I don't think it's like. Yeah, no.
I thought I had closed it, but
it might go off in a minute. Okay, 1 second. Let me mute this. Stop. This is always the struggle. Okay, you know what? It's fine. We're just gonna go with it the way it is, and hopefully it doesn't play. But yeah. So wait, Zara, you're the only one who's played Spill or Quill then.
Oh damn! Sorry.
Live.
We're talking about not cursing.
No, you can curse. I curse all the time. I'm just trying not to say one particular word as much.
Okay. And then we egg you on and it might happen.
I know, I felt bad. I was like, I'm peer pressuring Keelan to cuss. I'm sorry.
We can all cuss privately. We're not here if you don't want to.
It's Spill or Quill, anything goes. But anyway, we'll get to the comments and say hi to everyone in a second, but why don't all y'all introduce yourselves?
Southern.
I'll go first after you said y'all. Hey,
okay,
y'all.
Sure.
This is Brooke from By the Brook. What's up? Sorry, I just started laughing now. I don't know what to do. I'm ready for sprints with my friends. So woohoo. I'm done.
That was a good one. It was great. A+.
Who's next?
Jesse's just over there like, please stop.
Like we're 4 minutes in, and I'm just like, oh, this is going to be a long night.
The best kind with friends.
Already.
Hi, I'm Jessie. If you guys don't know me, hi. Just here to work. Tonight I'm going to be working on blurbs for my old books because I am recovering them, and so I'm rewriting the blurbs, and the blurbs are harder to write than all of the books were, so that's fun.
My name is Zara. I'm a newbie author tuber, and I've self-published young adult paranormal romance books, and I've been helping Jessie with the blurbs, so I'm very excited to see what comes out of it.
The dumpster fire currently, so it'll.
Are you gonna read them out loud to us at the end of the stream?
Absolutely not.
I knew you were gonna say no, Jessie.
I just thought I'd throw it out there. You have to put it out there, right?
You could ask. Yeah, I mean, I'm not faulting you for that.
Yeah.
Could I ask, is there a reason why you're re-blurbing books of yours that already technically have blurbs? I'm just curious.
Yeah. One of the main reasons is because all my blurbs are in third person, but the books are in first person. And I was suggested by some other writers to switch the tense of the blurb and make the stakes higher and just make it more punchy because they were quite long as well.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Blurbs are a complicated bunch, though, to try and get right.
I feel like I'm the only person who likes blurbs. I also do them first. That's my outline. And then I sometimes do a more in-depth outline before I start pantsing my way through a story.
I always say I should write a blurb before actually writing the book. So that way I kind of have an idea of what it would be and also see if that sounds like a cool idea. But then I always am like, I'll do it later. Yeah. Horrible.
I find blurbs excruciating, so.
Yeah. Keelan, did you introduce yourself? I mean, I don't know if you
Oh yeah, hi everyone. I'm Keelan. If you're new here, I write fantasy, and this is my YouTube channel. That was also an A+ introduction. Bro.
You are always late because that was a late introduction.
Yeah. So I'm plagued by being procrastinate. Like you guys literally saw it at this stream. Like I logged in early and then I was like, wait, I have to go get my light, and then we ended up being late. It's an issue. Anyway, there's lots of people here. Devin's here, Celeste is here, Raylan's here, ADHD Writer's here, Alex is here, Adventure in Fantasies, Kahila is here, Heather is here. Oh my gosh, so many people. Hi, everyone. Megan is here. Jesse's here. Oh my God, I didn't know.
I saw it when the comment popped up. I was just like, I'm not going to say anything.
Allie is here. Emery's here. Michelle's here as well. Leela is here. Kimberly, Hudson, Sherry. Sherry's saying hi and how is everyone? Kim is here as well. Eva's here saying hi. I came in at the best hello from Brooke. Okay, everybody. Yep, best hello. Love it. Kate is here. That mug. Brooke, let's see your mug.
Ready, set, really cute.
Oh, so cute.
I feel like in a recent live stream, you literally just said his name, and I already forgot.
I always forget it too. I know it's Scout from To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah, right. Oh my God, that was the whole thing. And you're like, oh, To Kill a Mockingjay. No, it's To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah. Mockingbird mixed up with Mockingjay. I do that all the time with those two books because it sounds similar-ish. And I was like, this is not right. To Kill a Mockingjay. That's not right.
So different.
In the Hunger Games, Mockingjays are a hybrid of a mockingbird and then like the made-up Jabberjay. So
yes. So I always get that mixed up. But yeah, Scout, he's adorable. I love him.
So cute. Alex was asking how long we're going to go for tonight. I don't know. I was thinking like 2 hours, typically.
That's always a sweet spot, I feel like.
Yeah. Also, tonight we're playing Spill or Quill. For those who don't know what that is, I will explain it in a moment. But I think the only person who's played Spill or Quill on a live so far has been Zara. So, okay, this will be fun. We have a new structure too. We tried it out with Holly last week and it worked. So we're going to be doing that again.
Interesting.
Everybody's just chit-chatting. Ali says blurbs, queries, and synopses are the worst. I'd much rather write 100K.
For sure.
Eva likes blurbs, but they are way easier if you've never finished a novel, so I don't count. Oh,
I have a quick question. Every time I have gotten out of the YouTube live stream and gotten back into it, and every time I'm pulling it up, it says one watching. Like one person is.
Oh,
mine says that too.
It was saying that too on mine when I was.
Mine says one watching. Mine also says one watching.
Yeah, there's more.
Well, clearly.
Where is everyone? No.
It also said that to me too. If you go on mobile, it doesn't say that, but when I was on my computer, it said the same thing too. YouTube's just probably having a glitch.
Okay.
It's fine.
Did we break YouTube?
It says 28. 28 are watching. Ugh. I can't remember.
I was just like, curious, like, I know that there's more than one, but whatever.
Just one person is here, just hacking into all the accounts.
Jesse, because we saw Jesse here.
We know Jesse's here. It's Jesse.
She's the one.
Kate says she's just popping in before the AuthorTube chat. We'll send people y'all away if you want some writing sprints. Yes, please do. We are going to be sprinting, but also spilling and quilling, so that's kind of fun. Aaliyah is here. All right, everybody is just saying hi. So I'm sorry, everybody. I'm just going to skip through a little bit so I can get to the explanation of the game. But essentially, we're playing Spill or Quill. So we generally do a 15-minute sprint to start and then 20-minute sprints after, just so we don't spend much time talking about how long the sprints are going to go for. So hope everybody's okay for that. If you're not, that sucks. I'm sorry. But so Spill or Quill is very simple. It's like writing truth or dare. So essentially at the beginning of every writing sprint, you are going to choose whether you want to spill or quill. If you choose spill, you have to spill like a writing truth. It's basically truth. And so you will spend the first part of your sprint writing that truth either in the comments, and then us here after the sprint will discuss. If you choose quill, then you actually have to spend the sprint doing the quill. So it's like a dare. So like previous quills we've had in the past, or like handwrite for the sprint, or like rewrite the first sentence of your novel. So stuff like that. So those are the quills. So it's kind of like a dare. So what we're going to do right now is we are going to ask everybody in the comments whether you want to spill or quill for the first writing sprint. And then I'm also going to ask you guys whether you want to spill or quill for the first writing sprint. So I'm probably going to, I don't know, actually. What do you guys want to do?
Spill is the truth, right?
Spill is the truth.
Okay, I'll probably do that.
Okay.
I would try for spill.
Okay.
I'm gonna do quill because I like haven't written in a few days and I probably need something to get my gears going.
Okay. I think I'm also going to do quill. And so like what normally happens is this people write the answers to the spill in the comments, and then the quill, people normally write how it went in the comments. And so we'll do the sprint, and then after the sprint, we'll talk about the spill or quill. So I like to say that this game is totally biased because if I pick one I don't like, I repick. So
She moves through them.
that's how it goes. I've like picked them before and been like, nah, we're not doing this one. Also, so you guys remind me, this one is ill, and this one is will because I didn't have that other letter.
That's so cute.
Quill.
So if I forget which one's which, direct me.
I see KP and I'm hearing Kim Possible's theme song in my
Oh
head.
my god, that's hilarious.
Love Kim Possible. And so also I'm going to write the spill or quills in the comments and then pin it on the screen for the writing sprint. So the spill is a fun one. Would you rather have your book become a movie or TV show, and why? So that is the spill that you're going to have to think of during the writing sprint, and we'll chat after. And then the quill is
So biased. No.
okay. I like this one. Add an element from another genre in what you write during the writing sprint. So if you're writing fantasy, you can add like a sci-fi element. I don't know. And then you can let us know at the end of the sprint what element you added and like kind of how you added it. So add an element from another genre is the quill, and the spill is would you rather have your book become a movie or TV show, and why? So I'm going to put that in the comments and pin it. And I think we're going to do 15 minutes for the first sprint. How do you ladies feel about that?
Yeah, that sounds
Works for me.
Yeah, that's good.
Sweet.
And the spill, we're just thinking about what we would say, and then we talk about later. We don't have to do anything at this moment.
No, we used to do the spills first, and then we'd do the sprint, and then we did the quills, but it took up so much time.
Okay.
So that has changed. We have altered the process. We are learning. We are improving.
Also, someone answered already in the comments, and I think maybe going forward, people should wait to comment until you've commented the spill or quill. That way it's like easy for you to be like, okay, all the answers come after.
Yeah. I mean,
said.
I'm not picky. All right, everybody, we are going to get started on the first 15-minute sprint. So pens at the ready, and we are going to get started. Oh, I'm going to do it with this hand. 3, 2, 1, happy writing.
Yay.
All right, everybody. That is time.
Woohoo!
I hope you guys don't hear too much background noise. My computer sounds like it's about to take off, and my mic is fairly close to my computer. So if you do, I will unplug my mic. All right. How'd the sprint go?
Jesse.
Entire blurb again, so it's fine. It's great.
You redid your entire
What
blurb?
happened, Jesse?
No, I just got some feedback on it, and now I'm just like, well, I'll just set it on fire. It's fine.
The first one?
Yeah.
Again?
I feel like I'll never be happy with it, no matter what.
Aw.
It's fine.
Send it to
Can
me.
I say something stupid?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What's the something stupid?
Yeah, to me. For me saying something stupid. Okay. For some reason, do not know why. When you said that your blurb was like fire, that you wanted to sound fire. In my head, I went, "This blurb is on fire!"
So good.
Why?
That was great.
That's amazing.
Good.
Nice switch.
Oh my god, I love it.
Anyway, so there, Jesse, even though you think it's on fire, it could be like going into betterness. I don't know.
Thanks, Brooke.
Did you have your chance
Always
to
encouraging you.
Yeah. Do you want me to go?
Yeah, sure.
All right. I'd say TV show, because that gives everybody, like viewers and writers and actors, time to like develop characters and relationships and like explore stuff maybe that wasn't even in the books. So I just think like Shadowhunters. I know some people like
Yeah.
the TV show on Netflix, but I loved it. So that's mine.
And who else did spill? Brooke. It was you, right?
Me? Yes.
Yeah.
I would also say TV show. I don't think I would have it be a long running TV show. It'd be kind of nice to have it just be like a mini series where it's just like pretty much one season, but to where it's maybe like 15-ish episodes long or something like that. That way there's going to be a nice sweet spot of a finality and an end, and not adding fluff and fill into the series, you know, because I feel like that happens in a lot of different TV shows where things are added in just for the sake of keeping the show going. And it's like I want it to be what it is and then done whenever it is done type of thing. But yeah, same thing with what Jesse said, where it makes it to where the actors can build on the characters and you get to know the characters better too with the TV show. And there's just more to have fun with, I feel like.
So like a mini series, like the like 4 or 6 episode ones.
Well, I think I've seen some where there's like 8 to like 12. I'd want to try for like 15, just so that way I have enough length, but then it's not seasons long. It's just like
one season, one shot.
Yeah.
So you want a little longer than a Netflix season, but longer than any BBC miniseries that exists.
Yes. That would be my preferred way of having it happen.
Oh man, now I just want to spend my sprints watching TV. So I did the QUILL, and I am currently tossing around the idea. So I feel like I cheated a little bit because I did the QUILL. I did the QUILL, and I'm like tossing around the idea of a contemporary novel. And for anybody who's been on my previous sprints, so I started working on it just a little bit. And so I think I cheated by they were watching a sci-fi TV show. So that's how I brought in the other genre.
Hey, it worked.
A little bit cheating, but I feel like it works. It's okay. Zara, how'd it go? How'd the QUILL go?
I'm currently working on a contemporary romance because I put aside my sci-fi romance once I won camp with it. So I tried to add in some comedy. So I think I did an okay job.
Are
Just
you
like
gonna,
banter between characters.
are you
Not
gonna
love
read
it.
us- Are you gonna read us the zinger?
I can. It's not great. Like I'm not super proud of it. Don't expect a masterpiece. I'm pretty rudimentary in my skills too. Ransom cracked a smile. What? Your vocabulary is showing. I'm an English major. What do you expect?
That's a cute one. I like it. All right, let's see what other people did for the Spiller Quill. Also, guys, I might just be like, hey, Zara, want to take this one? And that literally means, do you want to read the comment and talk about it? Because
Yeah,
I get like, I don't know. There's so
I
many.
saw your stream with Holly. I know how you operate.
I know, but I literally just started doing that. I was like, hey, Holly, want to read this one? And I was like, this is great. I should do this all the time. So Eva did a Spill TV show, broader accessibility to my audience. Films cost more. Yeah, that's fair. I was not thinking in that terms whatsoever, even though I didn't do the Spill. But Kimberly said TV show, I feel like you can get more out of it and see more of the story than you could if you were only doing a 2-hour movie. That's totally fair. Jesse, want to take this one?
Do I just read it?
Pardon?
You just read it. You just read the comment.
A TV show all the way because that's how I see it in my head. Also, way too much happens for just one movie. Yeah.
So it sounds like we're Team TV right now, eh?
Yeah, I think so.
It's the era of good TV shows anyway, so.
It is.
So much special effects that it's like, it's not like, oh, well, movies have special effects and TV shows can't afford it. It's like,
Yeah.
Okay, total aside. Has anybody watched the new movie Cursed? Not movie, TV show Cursed on Netflix?
I haven't, but I want to because it's Catherine Langford and I just really like her.
I do like her. I don't know if I'm going to watch it just because I saw the trailer and I was like, I don't know. That I would have liked 10 years ago.
I want to watch an episode and then I'll make my decision. But I haven't
watched the first episode and I'm still like, I don't know, especially because I actually don't like that actress. So I was like,
oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
She's the one from 13 Reasons Why, right?
Yeah.
I do.
Her sister's also an actress, but I've never seen anything her sister has done.
She was in After.
Okay, well, I'm not watching After.
Why not?
I don't know, like, it just doesn't appeal to me. And then I found out that it was, like, based on, like, a Harry Styles fan fiction. I was like, I'm really out.
But Dylan Sprouse is in the second movie.
Dylan Sprouse is in it? Oh.
Yeah, and so is the
made a sequel?
Get Away with Murder. And Candace King from The Vampire Diaries. She's also in it.
Wait, they made
I'm like a Ride or Die Sweet Life fan.
Candace Accola. She got married and is Candace King.
Yeah, it's Candace Accola / King.
Yeah, because she got married.
Yeah.
What is this?
After.
It's by Anna Todd. It's like, it was a huge Wattpad story.
Right. I didn't know this
was.
Yeah. What?
Did you say it was a sequel?
What? One at a time.
Sorry.
Guys, I feel like on every single one of my streams we talk about After. This has happened so many times. Yeah.
I didn't know that Candace was on After.
She's in the second one.
That's what there's a sequel. I didn't realize there was already a sequel.
Yeah, and it's been filmed. I don't know what the holdup is with like they finally just released the release dates, and it was held up even before everything exploded.
Kissing Booth 2 is coming out soon.
Oh, goody.
How funny would it be if Harry Styles was in After and that was his break into acting?
That's hilarious.
Like they should. I feel like that should have happened. That should have been a thing. Anyway, back to Spiller Quill. I just wanted to know because everybody's talking about TV shows, and that was the TV show I like recently started watching. Like Cursed is the one that I started watching, and I'm like, I'm not sure. I don't know how I feel. So
I'm the same way. So you all need to update me if you do give it more of a chance.
Yeah, for sure.
He makes a good comment. He says, one disadvantage is the TV show can be canceled before the story concludes.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true.
But so can movie franchises, the same way Vampire Academy and City of Bones before they turned it into Shadowhunters.
That's true.
The show.
I guess anything can be canceled, right? Just like YouTubers, anything can be canceled.
Anything can be canceled. Hashtag canceled.
Oof. About a dumpster fire.
Total side note again. The YouTube beauty community is on fire.
It is insanity, but it's so.
It's always on fire, but then people forget about it, and then someone pours a bunch of gasoline on it, and it goes.
It is so interesting. It's like a part of me like doesn't give a crap at all about it, but then another part of me is so invested in what's happening. It's so stupid. I go back and forth all the time.
Here's the thing: I normally don't care about other people weighing in.
Oh,
that's hilarious.
I normally don't care about all the articles or all the tea spilling videos, like talking about it. But when I see that like someone has posted an apology video, I'm like, shits and giggles. I'm gonna watch the apology video and like not take it seriously at all because clearly none of them have actually changed.
No,
but I want to see what they say in their most recent apology video.
God, no, none of them have changed. But also, like, I mean, the less serious like accusations that are going around, like just in terms of like, I don't know, the like Tati's gummy bear things and James Charles like last year, like I'm convinced part of it's fabricated. Anyway, I'm like, this is all a conspiracy. This is. Yeah.
I meant to ask you. Wait, did you recently mount the? I always want to say crest, but I feel like that's not true. Like your book's logo on the wall, because didn't it used to be standing?
Yes.
Oh, it looks so good.
I thought that was on the wall. It does look really nice.
Yeah, I love it.
It looks so cool.
Yeah.
You look okay, like if you kept your camera angle up, you look like you're like a ruler of a country with that.
That's kind of the point, isn't
it? Yeah, I mean, this is what the like evil tyrant. This is his symbol.
I was going to say it's the less evil version of the Fire Nation, but you know, if he's also evil, then maybe not so much less evil.
Yeah, he's like evil, but he doesn't think he is. Anyway, the more I write him and the more I explore him, I'm like, oh, I kind of like him, and I'm like, wait, no, I don't.
Every good villain, you're like, actually.
Yeah. Anyway, Spill or Quill. Allie says, I'd choose an anime TV series for my work in progress. I already have an idea of how the opening would go in my head and the song picked out, which anime openings are so key. So key.
Oron High School Host Club was it.
I've never seen it. I'm so embarrassed.
It is so cute.
Okay. It's
on Netflix.
Yeah, I love my anime. I think I would love for one of my books to be turned into an anime.
That would be awesome.
Zara, want to take this one?
Raylan says, Spill depends on the story. I have written stories that I see more as TV shows and other stories, mostly novellas, I see more as a movie.
Fair. Yeah, totally fair. Adventures in Fantasy says TV miniseries, just like you, Brooke. Movies aren't long enough, and full series is too long.
Totally agree. That is exact thoughts right there, for sure.
Hudson, actually, Brooke, why don't you take this one?
I feel like we're in third grade. It's like, you read this part of the page now.
Your turn.
Okay, so Hudson Warm says, I would probably prefer a movie, but I don't know why. I guess I could picture it better that way, and it would work better for the story since it's structured like a quest. Very true, yes. It would be an easy way of having a quest be done and then the next quest. But then you can do that still with the series, but I do understand that for sure. For sure.
Yeah. Okay, there's a lot. So I'm going to try and zoom through these because we're very behind. My book into a TV show, because it's paranormal action series with lots of twists and history that can be condensed into movies. That can't be condensed into movies.
Paranormal.
I feel like
normal.
Wait, Brooke, are you writing fantasy now?
I am, but I am trying to I am wanting to do both fantasy and paranormal. I'm trying to see if I can add like some supernatural aspects to what I'm doing now. I'm still outlining, still like getting the groundwork of how I want this to be. We'll see how it goes.
But like the three of us have all written paranormal, even if you called it paranormal and you called it urban fantasy.
I call it paranormal now.
Aha!
Fine.
Devin likes to write screenplays, getting them produced is the goal. Okay, fair. So that's automatically, yeah. Okay, wait. I'm just seeing. It depends on what book series. Eva says, why not both? Yeah, there's lots of people who like to do both the spill and the quill because why not? Oh, Emery says movie. Is this the first movie we've gotten? I think it would make a pretty epic fantasy movie, and I would worry too much about keeping the story aligned with the books over such a long period of time.
Well, Hudson also said movie, but yeah, like movies.
But I think that I just would hate it if they broke up the last book into 2 movies. I don't like that trend. It's dumb.
Oh yeah,
Harry Potter was the only reason that it was fine because that was just such a huge book. But doing that with Hunger Games, no. Doing that with Twilight, Breaking Dawn.
But here's the thing. Harry Potter, it like huge book and like it kind of worked. But for me, I felt like the 7th movie just dragged on too much. And like, I get why you didn't condense, but part of me like wanted pacing better in the 7th movie. And then with Mockingjay also had a bit of a pacing issue, but it wasn't awful. But Twilight, to make up for the fact that they split it into 2 movies, they created an entire thing that doesn't exist in the books.
Hey, if Lord of the Rings can squish all that book into one, like those 3 books into each one movie,
I know
anyone can do it. Like
I know it was a shameless cash grab
when you say it like that.
Yeah,
shameless cash
yeah.
grab.
Lord of the Rings, also most epic trilogy ever. I love
I haven't read them.
Haven't read them or watched them.
Oh, I'm talking
I
about
haven't watched them either.
reading them is a whole different story.
Here's the thing, I feel crappy. I want to watch it, but there's this part of me that's like, oh, like, but like you should read the books first. And I don't always have that for things anymore, but like for this, for some reason, I just have it built up in my head that like you should read the book first.
No, I think you're good. I think you're good. I would say I enjoyed the book significantly less than I enjoyed.
I mean, I am like reading The Hobbit, so that was why I was like, oh, I don't want to read the books, but I want to watch the movie. But I don't want to watch the movie before reading the book. So
I loved the book, The Hobbit. Loved the book, The Hobbit. I liked the movies too. They made The Hobbit into 3 movies. That was
that was
stupid.
Yeah.
I haven't watched I've only watched the first Hobbit, but like I had watched lots of movie essays of like comparing like what all they did to change everything up of the whole trilogy of the Hobbit series and stuff, and I'm just like, wow, I can imagine why people are just like, this was just a total mess. And it was so interesting to have Del Toro. It's Guillermo del Toro. Is that his name? The guy who did Pan's Labyrinth? Like he, I think, was supposed to be the director of that trilogy. Somehow he wasn't, and then they got the same Peter Jackson.
No way! I had no idea.
To see what all he would have done.
Yeah. Guillermo del Toro. I love his movie Crimson Peak with Tom Hiddleston.
That's so bad. Oh my
That's
God.
so interesting that he was going to be that director because, I mean, The Hobbit is essentially a children's novel. Like it's not like not a children's novel, but like it's written for a younger audience than Lord of the Rings, you know? Right. Anyway, interesting. Very interesting.
Are we ready to do another Spill or Quill thing?
Yes, let's do it. I see a whole bunch of comments, but we're just going to, I see
a lot of people said TV. I'm skimming. Most people say TV.
I see somebody saying my mic is a little noisy. One second.
It might be my fan. I have a fan on because I have no AC in my apartment. So let me just.
Oh, don't worry. Leave your fan on, Jesse. It's hot.
No, suffer.
Okay, everybody, sorry, we're gonna skip through and do another spill or quill because there are a lot of comments and we just got sidetracked totally. So the next sprint is going to be 20 minutes long, right? We feel good about that?
That
Okay.
sounds awesome.
I just got the Forest 6th anniversary cake. If people want to do a forest room,
That sounds adorable.
There's cake.
it's not real cake.
Oh,
I
this
wish.
one.
Why did I find that adorable? There's cake.
And this one's tough too. Okay, we've got a good spill or quill. So the spill for the 20-minute sprint is.
Oh, I'm saying spill. We should say before.
Everybody pick right now. Do you want to spill or do you want to quill?
Quill.
Because I'm doing blurbs, I'm gonna say spill.
I think I've read them both, but I did quill last time, so I'm going to spill this time because I have to do editing, and I'm clearly avoiding that right now.
I want to beta read for Jesse's book, so I'm going to spill so I can do that.
So we're all spilling?
I'm quilling.
Oh, you're quilling. Okay. Well, Brooke, this one's going to be interesting. Okay. People are picking spill or quill. This is super fun.
Oh, people want to know the forest code. So you read out the thing, and then I can...
Yeah. And for anybody who doesn't know what spill or quill is, because a whole bunch of people just got here, I saw in the comments, it's basically writing truth or dare, and spill is truth, and quill is dare. And then during the writing sprint, you either have to answer the spill or do the dare, depending on which one you choose. So I see most people coming in with spill as per usual. Typical, I could have predicted. Anyway. Spill's always the more popular one because people have writing stuff that they have to do instead of just random writing dares. So, spill. Would you rather have one breakout success and then not have to work for the rest of your career, or a long sustained career in writing? Obviously, that was poorly worded. Would you rather have one breakout hit or a long sustained career? That didn't have like a breakout hit. So that's a spill. And then the quill is, if you haven't written it already, write the last sentence of your book. And if you have written it already, rewrite the last sentence of your book.
Oh, interesting. Okay. But
a lot of the times people share the quills in the comments. So if you feel comfortable sharing the line, go for it.
So I would write the last sentence of what I think my book would be in the comments.
Yeah.
So Brooke, if you have not gotten to the end of your book, you're writing the last line. So anybody who's not gotten to the end of their book and chose quill, you're going to write the last line. And for those who have finished and maybe are editing, you're rewriting the last line of your book.
Okay.
So
I think I might also do quill. Like, I'm going to spill because that's what I picked, but I might also do quill for the fun of it. But you missed a quill in a past live stream where Keelan was like, start a new project.
Lots of people did, though, and had a great time.
But I think I was the first one who switched from spill to quill for that prompt. Because I was just like, why not?
All right. So we're going to put 20 minutes on the clock. And that's how long we are going to be sprinting for.
Zara, I'm copying and pasting your code into the chat because it was just in our private one, and for them,
I know if Keelan wanted to add it to the end of her spill or quill comment that she then pins to the screen.
Sure, I'll do that. I'll put it there. Okay, I'm not going to do the comment now, though. Actually, yeah, just paste it in the comments because I've got a broken finger, so I'm typing really, really slow. So
I pasted it.
Did I miss you saying that earlier?
Pardon?
Did I miss you saying you had a broken finger earlier? What happened? Actually, after the sprint.
Yeah, after the sprint. Jesse, your face is hidden. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. It's been a day anyways. It's fine.
All right, so anybody who wants to join the Forest app room, I don't really know what it's called because I don't do this. That's the code.
That's the correct term.
Yeah. Forest room app thingy. Perfect. All right. And everybody, we are going to get started on the sprint. So pens at the ready, everybody. And we are going to get started in 3, 2, 1. Happy writing.
Reboot.
All right, everyone, that is time. How'd it go? How did everybody do? 1 second, let me stop this freaking timer. There we go. Just let the timer keep going. How did everyone do that sprint?
Got stuff done.
Okay, a little bit better.
Also,
The first sprint was better for me because right now I'm at
because what?
the first sprint was better for me because I was like ending a scene, and now I'm like at a point of where I'm like, okay, how does this look for this new part and stuff, for this new scene of where she's at and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I'll have to get better with the next sprint.
I got super distracted in that sprint because Phil, like my partner, finished playing video games, and then we're trying to figure out dinner, and yeah, it was like a whole thing. So I think I only edited for maybe like 10 minutes.
Oh, well.
I read 2 chapters of Jesse's book for beta reading.
Nice.
Fun.
Yay.
And then I also wrote my quill in the comments. And then we have to go over spill or quill. So I thought I'd say the spill on camera rather than,
You're doing both. Okay. And Jesse, how was your sprint?
Like, okay, I'm rewriting it again.
Fun.
I'm never gonna be satisfied. It's never what I want, but it's fine.
I'm waiting for a Hamilton reference from you.
I was like,
What?
Because you said I'm not satisfied. You said you'll never
an American thing.
it.
I haven't watched Hamilton. Have you, Jesse?
No.
Keelan, that was your homework from Holly.
I know, but I still haven't done it. I'm really bad at doing homework. I never did it.
I never did it.
So we all chose spill. One breakout hit or long sustained career?
Sustained.
Same.
I'm going to be contrarian. If I have a breakout hit that makes me enough money that I don't have to do anything for the rest of my life, I'm down. Give me that. I can still write. Like, I feel like I could still write. It just would never, like, I love writing. I wouldn't stop writing, but yeah, no, I
Quit
think
that
I'm
9 to 5.
Pardon?
Said you'd quit that 9 to 5.
Quit that 9 to 5. The breakout hit, man, the breakout hit. That would be lovely. Breakout hit / it. I guess the better term is one hit wonder.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah, because I wouldn't want a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
Which is how I interpreted the question.
Yeah, it's a one-hit wonder. That's what I meant, is like a one-hit wonder. Would you rather a one-hit wonder or long sustained career? So I feel like my one-hit wonder is contingent, right? Like it's contingent on like it would have to be a really, 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 really big one-hit wonder for me to want that. Otherwise I'd go long sustained career, I guess.
Well, it would have to be enough to completely change your financial situation and therefore your life. Like,
yeah.
Because if it's just like, oh, 1 month is a lot of money, but then the rest of your life you'd still have to be working, it's like, well, wouldn't you then just want a long sustained career?
Yeah.
Even though mine was quill and I answered what my quill was in the comments, I do think that there is a nice enjoyment to not being that not one hit wonder, but to having a book that was so huge that made you just have to retire, not made you, but you could retire, do whatever, but you wouldn't have your, I can never say this, anonymous,
Anonymity?
Yeah.
You can't be anonymous anymore. Like J.K. Rowling, she can't go and type at a cafe anymore. I know, Jesse, that would kill you. She can't like go do normal things.
She's already dying right now.
But I think also the pressure, like after you write a one-hit wonder, like let's say you interpret this question as writing a one-hit wonder and then you keep writing, but everything else you write kind of like flops. Like that also is.
Yeah, that's sad. And then people go, like, I can't do this anymore.
I mean, I think I'd still do it. I think I'd still go that way if it were enough. If it were like life-changing enough that like I could basically do whatever I wanted after. Otherwise, long sustained career. I'm on that team to a certain point, but if I'm gonna get like $50 million, then yeah, one hit wonder. Give me that. So Brooke, though, would you take a one hit wonder? Or would you take a long sustained career?
Okay, I'm also going to throw this out there. I'm not a fan of 50 Shades of Grey. I would not want to be known for 50 Shades of Grey and have that be my only thing. You know, I'd want to be like, I mean, even if you wrote something that was in that category, it'd be like, yeah, that was fun, but I have other books too. I don't think L. James really has any other books, and I wouldn't want to be known for that. To me, I'm not a fan, so I don't know. I think I would probably the only thing I feel like would be good of having what was the word? Not a one breakout hit type thing would be the money.
Yeah, that's literally.
I wouldn't want to do other of the stuff that comes with it.
Yeah, I think that's like that's the thing that like if I make enough that it would change my life, then yeah. I don't know. It's a tough question. I thought it was a tough question, but looking at the comments, everyone's saying long sustained career. So I'm wrong.
I'm saying a long career too.
And Brooke, the last line of your book.
Shit. I do think that there would be, since that was like, since shit can be just like a one-worded sentence type thing, I think that's what it would technically be. But I do think that there would be a sentence before that where it was like something along the lines of, oh, this is going to take way longer than I thought, or this is going to be a long time, or something like that. I'm not sure how I would finalize the wordage, but shit may be the last word in my book. We'll have to see how that turns out. It'll be fun to see if it does.
I like that. I'm into it.
Mine is similar. If we jump down where I said the last sentence of my novel that I finished earlier this month, the F word, but I put in brackets because if I curse in the comments, it'll then like not show my comments until you. I mean, I was like, I don't feel like doing that tonight. And then for my current project, which I haven't finished, I just wrote it, is Leah. It's 2 sentences. So kind of like what Brooke was saying, where it's like a little cheating. Leah smiled and deleted the app. She didn't need it anymore.
I liked that. That was nice.
That's nice. Yeah. Is the app Tinder?
No.
I was gonna say.
No, but it's a much more wholesome version of it that is also used for that type of stuff by other people, not the main character.
Is it Hinge?
No, I made up an app.
Oh, I was just going to start going through all of them. I'm like, oh, which one?
No, I made up an app. I didn't want to get into any problems.
Yeah, no copyright issues there.
Yeah. Plus, it's kind of fun to come up with your own app name, too.
Yeah. All right, well, we got a lot of long, sustained careers in the comments for different reasons. A lot of folks, like, wanted to keep writing their books, like have a whole bunch of books in their library that are theirs. Always going to be writing stories. Writing is forever. Oh, we got a breakout. We got a breakout. I would be happy with one book being super great and knowing everyone liked it. Then I would enjoy having all my other ideas to myself and my friends. Oh, Alex, that was such a wholesome answer. My answer was like, if I got $50 million, like I'm out. And Alex is like, I would be really happy for everybody to enjoy my book. I really like that answer. But for the
like, I would never have to be creative again if I had so much money.
I'd buy an island. I'd peace out.
Oh my gosh, an island.
No, I'd keep writing. I would 100% keep writing.
Yeah, but you could do it on an island.
Yeah.
You also wouldn't be depending on that or a 9-to-5 to like pay your bills.
Yeah. I'm like going really big with this breakout. I'm like,
it's like 7 figures.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah. Yeah. 8.
Oh, that's nice. Oh.
But like, it just means that like everything else you write kind of like flops, right? So.
See, that's what I'm thinking of authors similar like S.E. Hinton and then Harper Lee, like those authors come to mind because those are like such cherished books. I don't know how many figures they had gotten for those books, but those are like the one hit type things, you know?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. It's so true, eh? Harper Lee really only has To Kill a
I
Mockingbird.
think she had her sequel.
No,
that came out not
the
too long
sequel
ago.
was Go Set a Watchman.
Oh.
She didn't publish it during her lifetime, and a lot of people didn't like it because it kind of messed with the.
I never read it. I bought it.
What's the word I'm thinking of? Like the not virtuosity. I think that means you're really good at something. No, like the virtues of certain characters. Where
the morals or whatever.
the moral fiber of.
Yeah, and I've never read it, but I had heard like Atticus was a little bit more
racist.
Yeah, to where that is a bummer whenever you know the story of To Kill a Mockingbird.
It was written first, and then she didn't. It was written first, and then she wrote To Kill a Mockingbird, published that, didn't publish the other one, and then she died, and her family's like, "Let's publish this," and it's like.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Very interesting. Huh.
I didn't know that either.
See, money sometimes tampers with stories. It's like, just let it be.
I know. So true. Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that was published first. Anyway, we have more long sustained careers. A lot of it comes to book ideas for sure. Zara says, we already talked about the
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Long sustained career. Ooh, we have a last line. Aiden, tell me honestly, why did you do all of this? I kind of like that.
Ooh, I like that too. Ooh, that's like a nice like way to just like keep them wanting more.
Yeah, that's like a when's book 2 coming, you know? Because Aiden
like
I need to know. Devin wants a long sustained career. Hudson says the Carpenters built Basil a velvet throne to sit beside Regis, so Basil would be almost be a king, almost be a second king, almost.
Ooh.
Tension.
I like it. Leo's arms wrapped around me, stopping the shivers running up and down my arms, and I knew that despite everything, somehow I would be okay. Like okay again. That's cute.
I like that too.
I like that.
Also, I thought it was really funny. Shelby writes, ask you, Keelan, if you're a Slytherin, because your answer gave them those vibes.
I am. I used to be a Hufflepuff. My entire life, I was a Hufflepuff. And then when you and Kate did the collab doing your Hogwarts houses, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna like check and see what my Hogwarts house is. And I got Slytherin. And then I did it again.
I'm
Slytherin again. And I was like,
I was so shocked doing that because I was so used to getting either Gryffindor or Hufflepuff. More so Gryffindor I got most of the time. And then I got Slytherin more during those 5 times I took it. I got Gryffindor and Slytherin the most, but I was just like, I'm shocked. I think it's
Gryffindor and Slytherin?
so vain. I like to make sure I look a certain way and stuff. I wonder if that's the Slytherin in me.
I'm just really, really ambitious.
Huh?
I'm just really, really ambitious. So
yeah, that's ambition. What were you saying, Jesse?
What house do you think I am?
Okay, because of the ambition, that's why I think Slytherin. Even though I don't know if Jesse actually knows.
I do know.
Oh, you do? Okay, I knew you weren't like a Harry Potter person, really.
No, but I did take the quiz.
I think I might put you as a Gryffindor.
Yeah, I want to lean towards Gryffindor.
I'd say Ravenclaw.
I am a Gryffindor.
Really? Oh, fine. Yeah,
I don't know what that means, but that's what I am.
like if Brooke, if you still identified with Gryffindor, it would be diagonal Slytherin, diagonal Gryffindor on this screen right now.
Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. I do identify more so Gryffindor for sure. But yeah, but then I do have, it's like the after I took that test, I was like, ooh, I see more of the Slytherin in me now. So it's like I'm recognizing it. I'm fine and okay with it. But yeah.
My two best friends from like grade 2 that I grew up with were always Slytherins. And so I texted them when I got Slytherin. I'm like, guys, you're not going to believe it. And they were like, what? And I was like, I just took the Hogwarts sorting quiz. And they were like, you're a Slytherin now. And I'm like, okay. Allie did Quill. Case's blue eyes misted as she tugged her hand from his, the shimmering gate marring his form, and the ring slipping from his fingers. She'd find him again one day.
Well, that's sad.
Oh my
Like
God.
there's like a little violin playing.
For people, though.
I know there's still maybe a couple scattered through the comments. Oh, there's still a couple Spiller quills scattered through the comments, but I think we need to get moving so we can do one more sprint. Oh, I already picked them. During the last sprint, I was like, I want to do good ones this time.
Wait, just really quickly, Sarah Lubrat said, only thing I like about the 50 Shades series was the $750,000 book deal.
Yeah, I need more than that. But like you would get royalties. You would get royalties, right? 750 would be a great advance. Like this is my one-hit wonder.
But then you have to earn it out. So
yeah, but it's a one-hit wonder, so
definitely
it would earn out.
yeah.
I'm making this all up in my head. It's like
Well, your one-hit wonder has a huge advance and earns it out so that you also get to royalties.
yeah. Oh my God, Devin says Keelan wants to jump into a tub of money. So the funny thing is I feel like I'm not actually that materialistic in the slightest. I just think it would be nice to have my needs taken care of for the rest of my life.
But also the tub has to be full of loonies and toonies.
And made of gold.
Yeah.
I forgot how cute your guys' money is. You're like filled with loonies and toonies. Oh,
Took me a second. My brain went to Looney Tunes, and I was like, no, they're Canadian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, yours sounds a lot more fun than a tub filled with Benjamin Franklin's.
Yeah, it does sound a lot more fun.
How many Benjamin Franklins does it take to fill a tub?
That's like a tub
Benjamins.
because he had syphilis.
Ew.
Benjamin Franklin? I didn't know
Yeah, I
that.
think he had syphilis. I think he was a promiscuous president. No, he wasn't.
He was president.
He was not a president. I always get it mixed up because Michael Scott thinks he is, and from The Office, and so in my head I'm like, no, he's not.
Well, we'll fill our tub with our loonies and toonies and be very happy about it.
They're so colorful. Oh,
Wow.
I'm jealous of that too.
The paper. The
Also,
plastic.
you guys still have pennies. Like, join us in the 21st century, please.
Yeah.
It costs more than a penny to make a penny. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Anyway, the penny thing, I found a penny the other day and I was like,
Did you throw it in the garbage?
no, it's like good luck. Remember I was finding pennies, how it's good luck when you used to
You have
find
to
them?
pick it up all day long. You'll have good luck.
Yeah.
Rhyme, but I can't remember it.
I swear you're more likely to find like a tiny flake of gold on the street than you are a penny in Canada.
Oh, that was hilarious. Did you throw it in the garbage?
Like, if I find them in my room just like cleaning, I just throw them in the garbage.
I've done that before where there's like all the pennies and I'm like, I don't want this. And it's like, but I don't know where to put it. I've done that before, honestly.
My mom might have a jar of spare coins, and then she never goes back to it. So then I deposit, and it'll be like $50 in there of coins.
Well,
I don't
I'm not
even
saying
think-
5,000 pennies for that.
No, but like we save all the coins, even though like we all use credit cards and rarely bills, but like
We
Even-
save all the, well, I mean, I save all the coins too, but I'm pretty sure pennies, like, and Jesse, correct me if I'm wrong, or any Canadians can correct me if I'm wrong. Like, there was a time period where you could bring in rolls of pennies to trade them in, but I think that's over now. Like, I think the
you're
pennies,
right.
like,
Yeah, they
done.
won't accept them anymore.
Yeah. Anyway, spill. Let me get this right. We're going to do one last sprint because we're at an hour and a half. Sorry to anybody whose comment we didn't get to. I apologize.
we got to say spill or quill first.
Oh yeah, everybody say spill or quill.
Oh, I'll say spill.
I'll spill.
I'm also gonna spill because I need to keep editing. Everybody, I'm just waiting for the comments to come in, but hopefully you've made your decision already. So spill or quill. The spill is name a series. And so it doesn't have to be books. It could also be TV, movie, whatever. Well, not TV. It could be movie or books. Name a series you wish had just been a standalone.
Ooh, okay.
So, and why? So name a series you wish had been a standalone. So that's the spill. And then the quill is kind of similar to one that we did the other day, is start a sequel and or companion novel to the novel you're writing right now. So if it's a standalone, obviously you would do like some sort of companion novel or short story. But if it's a series, for this writing sprint, you're starting the sequel.
I'm tempted to do the quill in addition.
People can do both. You can do both. All right. So 20 minutes. I am going to type I'm going to type them in the comment after again, because my finger, like I'm really slow at typing right now. So, but yeah, 20 minutes.
Okay.
All right. Pens at the ready, everybody. And oh, well, that's just me. And we are going to get started in 3, 2, 1. Happy writing. All right, everybody, that is time. How'd it go?
I had a little bit of a breakthrough, so that was better for me.
That's exciting.
I
What about
don't
you,
know.
Did you work on your blurb again?
Yeah, and guys, I am just like, when you look at a word for too long and you're like, that's not a word anymore. It's just not. I feel like that's my whole blurb. So it's fine.
I'm sorry.
That sucks. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
That feeling sucks
It's
though. Like
fine.
when you look at a word for too long and you're like, that can't be how it's spelled. Like that's not a real thing.
I've done that with names before. Like, especially mine, where if I repeat it too many times, Brooke. I'm like, it sounds like a noise rather than a name.
But also, like, how often do you say, I mean, do you find it weird saying your own name? I find it weird saying my own name.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Very
don't like
much
saying
so.
my own name.
I feel like I probably say it more than most people just because I'm telling people how to pronounce my name. But other than that, yeah, I also don't say my name that much.
I just feel like every time I say it, I'm like, what if I'm saying it wrong? And then I'm not telling. Like, it's so weird. Anyway, I get really weird saying my name. But yeah. I could see, Brooke, why, like, if you say your name on repeat, it starts sounding weird. It's like any word.
Yes.
All right, why don't we hold off on our spells and see what other people spelled? Because do you guys have one? Do you guys have your spell? Series you wish had been a standalone.
I was so into writing where I completely forgot to think about it. So
okay, we'll go through the other ones and then we'll get to it.
Because I want to think of this. I think I have one in mind, but I want to find something better.
Shelby's is mine. So
Divergent?
Yeah.
That's not mine, but
I agree with that, but I'm gonna try to think of something else.
The book was so good.
Yeah.
I really liked the book.
But it should have been a standalone. There shouldn't have been. Okay. Sherry says Graceling.
I didn't read that one.
Read it.
I had a hard time getting into it. It was kind of a slow getting going thing.
Okay.
There is a second book in that trilogy that chronologically comes before Graceling, so I read that and I liked that, and then I tried to read Graceling and I couldn't get into it, so I didn't read the trilogy. I literally just read the second book in the trilogy.
Very interesting.
So the trilogy was like a non-chronological trilogy?
Mm-mm. It was like Graceling, Fire, which is the prequel, and then Bitter Blue, which is the sequel to Graceling. And I was like, I'm not getting to like the main meat of the story.
Got it. I will say I'm a sucker for prequels and origin stories. Love.
Yeah.
Once Upon a Time was so good until it wasn't.
You know what? I even watched season 8 of Once Upon a Time, which was when they went to like, was it season 8 or season 7 when they were in like
season 7? I don't think there's a season 8. 7 was the last one.
And they were in like an alternate town, and like, what's her name wasn't even in it. I forget her name. The main character.
Jennifer Morrison, Emma.
Swan, yeah, she wasn't in it.
Yeah.
But Hook was in it, and I loved Hook.
But it was Wish Hook, and I just stopped. Like, after the 6th season, I didn't watch the 7th season. And I think it started going downhill after the 3rd season.
I felt like every other season, it's like I loved the first season, hated the second, loved the third, the fourth one I was like, I would go back and forth all the time.
Also, some of the seasons were like split into like a big bad for each half of the season, and I was just like, why? Like, you built this up and it could have been more, and then it's like suddenly like, oh, that's done and dealt with, here's another person. I'm like, just give us the whole series arc.
Yeah.
I totally get that.
Hannah and the Wicked Witch are in the same season. And I was like rewatching, I was like, I don't remember this being the same season, and there's a reason.
Hudson says after the books dragged on so much, so Hudson wishes after was a standalone. Just skipping through some of the chit chat about different books. Raylan did the Quill. I was already planning on making a sequel, as you may have noticed, to the last sentence. So the first sentence for my sequel. Oh, cool. We get the first sentence too. I just want to show you how much I care for you and that I love you. I thought because you didn't want to see it through other ways, doing this would make you realize it all. Okay. Okay. I like it. I like it. Adventures in Fantasy. Technically, I'm writing an RPG campaign that prequels one of my novels, but I'm not at the point of writing the flavor text yet. So I guess like not writing the sequel. Spill. Oh, I wish Percy Jackson had ended the last book with no Heroes of Olympus series spinoff.
I kind of agree with that.
JK should have never done that.
I don't think she really did, though. I think it was.
She didn't really write that.
Yeah. So it was kind of like, it was more so I felt like they had permission from her to go ahead and do something along those lines or something.
Yeah.
I have only read it. I've never seen it.
I would like to see it. I know I'm not going to enjoy the story as much as everything else, but I'd like to see it. I've heard
I saw it there. I don't know if they ever fixed it, but there are certain sound design things that made me really not happy. But otherwise, like I was like, okay, like if you put aside some really, really glaring inaccuracies, like to the original books, you could be like, oh, this is cool. But there were just there's certain things where I was like, ow, my ears.
Yeah, that's a bummer that it was like that.
Yeah. When I read it, I was like, I could see, well, I couldn't really see, but I was like, I was meh, but I was like, maybe this would make a good play, you know? Like,
yeah.
Then, here's one of mine. This isn't like my only one I would say this for, but this is definitely one where I wish they had stopped after the first season, and that's the show You. I liked parts of the second season, but I already know it's going to just go hella off course after that first season. How it ended, I was just like, I feel like this is going to be different than how like the first season was, and it was different.
Hasn't it been renewed for season 3? I don't watch the show. It would give me way too much anxiety, and I already have PTSD, so I don't need that. But I was just like, no.
What did you think of season 2, Jess?
Like, parts of it I liked, other parts I was like, hey, we're just seeing the same thing over again. We know this guy, and I know, and all that crap. And season 3, it's going to be the same thing, but she's going to be in on it more. I guarantee it.
Yeah,
they're going to, like, I don't know, kill their neighbors or something.
I feel like they just went so over the top in certain areas. Where, of course, the first one, it's like certain things you really can't believe, but you're going with it. With the second one, it's like, you guys have lost me. This no shape or form would ever happen type thing.
Sure. Way too much like coincidence. I will say, I know a lot of people hated this character, but I personally loved him. I loved the brother.
I knew you were going to say him, 40.
Yeah, 40.
I forgot his name. I forget people's names, but I was like, at first I hated him, and then I was like, oh my God. He's great.
He's entertaining. I will say.
Yeah, he's entertaining. He's a super shitty person. Like through fault of his own, obviously, but also through fault of what other people did to him. But anyway, he's entertaining. I liked him.
But I felt the same way with the second season of Dead to Me. I was like, that just didn't do it for me.
Oh, I loved Dead to Me. I understand what you mean. I understand what you mean. I still enjoyed the second season, but yeah, the first season was gold.
Yes, yeah.
If we're talking about shows, I would also add 13 Reasons Why, because
the
one was just trying to capitalize off of school shootings, or no, was that the third? Whatever. There was like, I think the second one was more about like school shooting drama, and then I didn't watch the third one. I didn't even watch the second one. I'm just going off of what like was hinted at in the last scenes of the
I did not watch the third one. The second season was brutal. Like
I was just like, I can't. Like
in terms of content, I was just like, this is
I could watch the first season because I read the book.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I
The
could be.
Sorry.
Yeah.
The last season is so funny in this one part because I think his name is Clay.
Yeah.
Clay, I guess, had written fan fiction of this one thing. And in the last season, there's like an episode. I don't know if it's like the whole episode. I had seen clips of it where they like reenact his sci-fi fan fiction. And so like there's people who are dead who are in the fan fiction and they're acting out all the sci-fi stuff. And I'm like, this first season was about a girl who committed suicide, and this is where we are right now. This makes no sense. It's like
Riverdale. That's another one.
yes.
I would have never thought of 13 Reasons Why going that way, especially after the second season. I couldn't handle it.
I stopped after the first season.
Yeah, I never even gave the second season a chance. I was like, no, the first season, it's done. That's the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else can you do?
Yeah.
Same with the 100. I quit that one too.
So
every CW show. Sorry, continue.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Haley said a romance novel that they read years ago, but not sure which one. Sacco got here. Hello, Sacco.
It's probably mine.
Finished our last. Highly doubt.
Whatever, Jesse.
I have all of them, but I'd have to climb up on my chair to get them down.
That's funny.
Jesse, you know I'm a Nikolai stan, so I love him.
Nick is the best.
Nick is the best.
What is my hair doing? Oh,
super cute. Love it. All right, just going to see if there's any more spill or quills here. People just got a video up on YouTube, did laundry. This is great. 2 people did laundry last sprint. That's awesome. Oh, Mandy's here. Mandy says Divergent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That is a popular one so far.
I never read the last book. I just know what happens. And it's like,
same here.
Oh, I read the last one. People are mad about Mockingjay.
I did not like Mockingjay.
They had more reasons to be mad about Allegiant.
Okay, so that was mine. Hunger Games should have been a standalone. Maybe that's an unpopular opinion, but I just thought Hunger Games.
See that? Like my favorite book in the trilogy is Catching Fire, but I would be fine with Hunger Games as a standalone also.
But it was written like a standalone. Anyway, I think I ranted about this.
I 100% agree.
I
like victors fighting victors.
Yeah. And
Sorry.
when I first started reading The Hunger Games, I had no idea what was going to happen at all. It was before any movie talk was happening. I thought it was going to be like the first book is one Hunger Games year, and then the second book was probably going to be another set of characters. And I didn't think it was going to be a continuation of characters for some reason. I don't know why. I just thought in my head, well, people die in the first one, obviously. And so I just figured it's going to be like a whole new set of people for the second one. I don't know why. So I was expecting bad things for the ending of the first Hunger Games.
Well, because it's kind of how it's written, right? Like it should be like a game. Anyway, I know I've talked about this before where like the first book, you get the Hunger Games, and then the second book, it starts the Hunger Games, and then like halfway through just like goes into, it's like, we're going to be a massive series now. And I'm like, So Hunger Games, yeah.
Yeah.
Did everybody say theirs?
Sure.
I said mine. I forgot.
I agreed with most of them.
I said mine.
Jesse, I don't know if you said yours.
I couldn't really think of one other than like Divergent.
Adventures
I'm a dystopian fan. Like that was the only dystopian I really read. So, yeah.
Adventures in Fantasy says Lost. Wait, honestly, it lost it for me in season 2. Sorry, I thought you were saying Lost season 2, and I was like,
oh, Lost is like, I just freaking love Lost.
Too painful.
I love Lost. I still like people give that such a bad rep, but it is still like one of my all time.
I never watched it.
Oh my god, it's on Hulu.
It's a ride for sure.
It's amazing. Oh my god.
I heard Lost has like so many unsolved things because they open so many like plot lines. Is that a thing?
Lost. In areas, yes. I will say this, but my love for it is so beyond to where I don't care. I just love it so much. Oh my gosh. Watching that for the first time is amazing. Oh my god.
Okay, maybe I'll have to watch it after Hamilton. Don't worry.
Good. Priorities in order.
What if someone? Oh, sorry. I was gonna real quick. I was gonna say for that question, like what should have stopped and just should have been a standalone. What if someone said Harry Potter? That's so weird. That'd be so weird.
I was waiting for someone just to say it. No one has.
Something.
But I mean, it could have been like Voldemort died at the end of the first book. It was it could have been a standalone and been just fine, you know?
Yeah, I mean, if it didn't make as much money or something like that, they could have ended it fine, probably. Just knowing, like, he's gonna go to school now. He's gonna be fine.
Yeah, I feel like after the first one, it could have been a standalone. But I feel like once you get into the third book, it's like it has to keep going.
Yeah,
I couldn't have cut it there.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Another one. To all the boys I loved before. Why tease us with this perfect guy in the second one? Why?
They recast him between the end of the first one and this,
did.
which is hilarious because he goes from white to black.
It was hilarious. It really was.
I mean, it's amazing. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, why cast a white guy for
it was
credit
really
scene?
Well, they knew the first one before they knew that.
Good. He was so good. And then it's like, nope, I'm gonna stay with this stupid guy.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
I really liked both those movies.
I
didn't read the books. I didn't read the books.
I didn't read the books.
I couldn't get through them. I went to Jenny Han's book signing when the second one came out, and I was just so turned off by her. She just like felt like, I don't know, maybe she had a long travel day, but she just
I've heard she's really bitchy.
Just like would want to have been anywhere else than at that book signing.
Dude, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard rumors that he wasn't like the nicest person to her fans.
Yeah.
Which is really unfortunate.
I haven't read the books, but I watched Dylan is in Trouble on YouTube react to both of the movies the same way. Like I watched them, but then I watched him react, and he said that in the second book, there's much more of like a chance that she would have chosen John Ambrose, whereas in the like movie, it's like, he never really had a shot. And I'm like, I don't want to read it for that, but I don't want to read the book.
The book was so good because you really thought, oh my gosh, she's gonna pick him, yay! And then it's like, never mind. I really enjoyed the cuteness of the book. Some people found it boring, but I really enjoyed it.
I just skipped through all the comments. I put them on the screen, but a lot of folks were just commenting on like stuff we chatted about before for the Spill or Quill. So, I mean, I think that's it. We've been at this for 2 hours and 15 minutes. How did you guys enjoy Spill or Quill for those who first time spillers or quillers?
It was good.
I think most people in the comments had played before.
They seem to know.
They seem to get the hang of it easy.
It's a fun way to do writing sprints.
That was fun. I really enjoyed the conversations that everything had brought up and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming on, guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks for hosting.
Thank you.
I know, Brooke, you're on like a writing sprint, like I don't even know a marathon this month.
I mean, oh my gosh, I have had so many writing sprints and I still have 2 more technically. I have 2 more on the very last day of Camp Nano. And I'm like, okay, this was fun, but I don't think I can handle this many again. This was so many.
Well, when are they? Want to let everyone know so they can go?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
When are they?
Tell us when they are.
Oh, okay. Anything. Okay, so the July 31st, which is, I believe, a Friday, I am doing my sprints at 5 in the morning, Central Standard Time. And then I'm also doing sprints with Mandy and Natalia. That's going to be on Natalia's channel at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. If anyone wants to hang out with us and write, that's whenever we're going to do stuff. But yes, writing sprints this month has been a lot. I've enjoyed it, but I am wanting a break.
You're like, I'm done. Zara, we have an upcoming sprint.
Yeah, on Thursday at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be sprinting on my channel, which is linked down below in the description. Thank you, Keelan. And I'm 2 subscribers away from 100. So,
yay!
I'm sorry. I just had to say that because it's so close.
That's awesome. Way to go.
And really fast. So, it's mostly Keelan plugging me during her live stream. So, thank you.
Man, it took me forever to get 100. It took me a long time. It was hard. I felt like that was really, really hard.
Yeah. YouTube's a fickle beast.
I was like, what words come after fickle?
No, there's a saying. It's a fickle something, but I forget. Jesse, do you have any sprints coming up?
Oh! I was like, I don't think so. Yeah, I'm doing sprints on Sunday with my writing partner Kelsey at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That video is scheduled, so if you hop over to my channel, you can ring the bell so you get a notification when we go live on Sunday. It's a good time.
I think I'll be able to do that one. That's awesome. I'll join you guys.
I'll
I
be
really like her. She's really natural personality and she's very cute and funny. I really like her.
Yeah, it's a good time.
There's so many sprints. I love it.
Yeah.
I think it was Raylan today. Raylan's in the comments. Raylan has like a planner for their sprints, and I was like, I need this in my life. But yeah, so in terms of sprints, I've got one coming up with Zara, obviously not tomorrow, the day after, the 23rd. And then Kahila and I are going to be sprinting Spill or Quill on Friday of this week. So if anybody,
I love her name. Every time I see her in the comments, I'm like, her name is so cool. I love her.
I know.
Yeah.
That just sounds like a warrior princess. I just love that.
Amazonian warrior.
It's a
she just sounds so cool.
I also have a thing for K names. Like
Keelan, Kahila.
Because my name starts with a K, but like I have a thing for K names.
Jesse's writing partner, Kelsey.
Yeah. Sorry to all the other letters. All right. Well, thanks for coming, guys. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you.
Yay. Loved this.
Well, everyone, and thank you everybody for coming to play Spill or Quill. It was super fun, and we'll chat soon. Bye.
Bye.